Hello, Morongo Basin and listeners around the world online at Z107.7fm.com. Here's the Z107.7 local news for Sunday, February 4th, 2024. The remains of missing hiker Trammell Evans were found in Joshua Tree National Park last week. Z107.7 has been closely covering this story since Evans went missing in May of 2023. Though Evans ultimately met a tragic end, the Morongo Basin community banded together in search for Trammell, known to his friends and family as Tram. With a look back at our coverage of Trammell Evans, here's News Director Jeff Harmatz.
An avid long-distance hiker, the 26-year-old Evans was last seen setting off for a long journey through Joshua Tree National Park near Black Rock Campground in Yucca Valley on April 30th. His planned route was from Black Rock to Geology Tour Road, then back to Black Rock via the California Riding and Hiking Trail. He was traveling alone. On May 5th, he had not contacted his family and was reported as overdue. The National Park Service and the Morongo Basin Sheriff's Station immediately reported him as missing. Extensive searches within the bounds of the national park were conducted, including the use of aircraft, but no evidence of Evans was found. Evans was known by his family to go off-grid for stretches of time and shut down his phone. They hoped that he had successfully hiked back out of the park and had been living off-grid in the Morongo Basin. Residents living near Black Rock Campground were contacted in the hope that security footage might show Evans hiking away from the campground.
The Evans family, working with park staff, local law enforcement, and volunteers, comprehensively distributed posters with Trammell's photograph, description, and last whereabouts in storefronts and gathering places throughout our community in the hopes that he had left the park. The family worried that he had suffered from a mental health crisis or had become the victim of a violent crime. As his face and story became inescapable in the high desert, sightings of Trammell were reported. A private investigator hired by the family found leads that said the missing hiker may have been living in Slab City near the Salton Sea. Another sighting suggested he was passing through Wonder Valley. The family met with a volunteer searcher who used satellite imagery and another who looked for human DNA in coyote droppings. But these were all inconclusive. Jeff Harmatz rejoins us with a tragic conclusion of the story.
On January 25th, researchers inside the national park located a backpack near Black Rock Campground. The researchers notified park staff, who then found human skeletal remains not far from the backpack. That backpack was identified as belonging to Trammell Evans, and the family was notified of both discoveries. While the investigation of the remains was being handled by the Riverside County Coroner's Office, the family said that they believed the remains were Tram's. On January 31st, the coroner confirmed that the remains were those of Trammell Evans. As of today, the precise time and cause of his death have not yet been released. Reporting for Z107.7, I'm Jeff Harmatz.
And that's our local news. Hear local news 7 times a day, 7 days a week at 7, 8, 9, noon, 4, 5, and 6. If you hear news happening, let us know about it. Email us at tips@z1077fm.com. Reporting for the Morongo Basin News Leader, the award-winning Z107.7 local news, I'm Gabriel Hart.